Hey guys, Clumsy here. Welcome back to Clumsy Trucking Friday. Hey Jack. Yar. How goes Tourist Bus? I was thinking of installing it, but apparently I don't have any hard drive space anymore. So I'll have to delete some stuff first. Thank you for joining. For today, we are going to check out the Fikcyjna Polska map one more time. It's going to be take 2. You might have seen the video from earlier this week where I took a look at that. But if you watch that video, then you'll see also that we kind of hit a bump. The map was crashing, and I thought it was a known bug. Apparently the bug was with me. So I apparently forgot to enable one file. So when you download the map, there will be 2 files, and you should have both of them active. Let me actually show you how that looks. So yeah, for this stream, we'll focus more on the map, explore as many of it as possible, and we'll see. Ooh, 18 months, 2 babies now. That went quick indeed. Thanks a lot, Jack. GG, man. Hey, Alex. Good evening. How are you doing? Glad you could make it. How are you guys doing? What have you been up to? I'm getting more and more intrigued in getting back into Elite. Hopefully by next week we can get back into it. Oh, yeah, you're right. Was trucking. I saw the screenshots. Fits you very well, that old school truck. And not because of the age or anything, alright? It's because you like those kinds of things, right? Just making that clear. So, let me just see. Okay, you can see it in the screen, kind of. Initially, I had this, Fikcyjna Polska. But this one, the Zenaki, probably pronouncing it wrong. I thought this was simply a Polish translation file, but I mean all the clues were there. Even in the thumbnail here, it says 1 Zenaki, 2 Fikcyjna, and I totally ignored everything. So I only had this Fikcyjna before, and that's why it was crashing on that particular point. So when I also enabled this one, and thanks a lot to Matamet and all the commenters in the video who helped me out with that, brought it back, tested it out, and now we are good. So in this stream, we will continue with that unfinished journey, and we'll try to explore the rest of the map. Okay, still with our Scania RJL 5 series. You were younger. No comment. Got into the fleet carrier YouTube reactions. Yeah, I watched a couple of videos, no, just one video on it by Obsidian Ant, and I am even more intrigued than before. So if you guys remember, we started the trip in the last episode in Poznan. We'll make our way through to Legnica. But we were encountering that crash here in Rumianek after we crossed this roundabout. Around this point, we were getting that crash, and that was because of the missing file. But now we shouldn't have it anymore. I flew there and everything was good. So let's start off from there. Let me turn off the music, because we have duplicate music happening here. There you go. That is a beautiful truck. Yeah, I must say I really missed the RJL Scania. It's a classic in more ways than one. And EVR sounds just make everything better, doesn't it? It makes it even makes a semi okay truck mod become much better and livable. Not this one for sure, a different truck mod, but you might know what I'm talking about. But this one perfectly is near the top of everyone's list. It's okay, but not a Fuso. Fastest stream start ever on the road already, you know, right? Things are speeding up. Classic 5 Series styles. Looks very 90s, maybe early 2000s, late 90s. And yes, we are still in the middle of the road, so might as well get going. But the sounds on this truck are absolutely magnificent, thanks to EVR. And speaking of EVR, I did a silent trucking video yesterday. It will be coming out on Sunday. I think it's one of my most favorite, no, correction, it is my favorite truck that is coming out on Sunday. And it has EVR sounds, so you might know what that is. I was actually surprised that EVR sounds were compatible with it. I was like, when I started the engine, I was like, whoa, I know these sounds. And then I checked it out, and yes, indeed, they were from EVR. It's my absolute favorite so far in ATS. Both the truck and the sounds. That's the sign that I was asking you guys about. Some people commented and helped me out, and that's basically saying coming soon, like a new road coming soon for the benefit of the people, something along those lines. Plus the steering wheel is on the wrong side. Well, I guess we are driving on the wrong side as well. From your point of view, huh? You mean the correct side? Yeah, the correct side, I think, is what Jack meant. Nope, wrong. We can go at this for days. Okay, here's where we got the crash, and I think we've passed that point already. So everything looks much better now. Perfect. Rumyanek. That's the one. Yeah, I definitely have not reached this spot before. And we are speeding. Crossing deer. Don't tell Jack and Alex. They already have their rifles ready. Have you guys been doing any hunting recently? Goodness, we have so many updates happening across all games. It's so hard to choose. There's not enough time to delve into each one. You hunted last night. Nice. Yeah, it's been a while since I hunted. So I think for next week, we'll probably do Explain, but I'll try to stream as well. Elite Dangerous probably. Because I want to get into exploration and maybe eventually unlocking the Guardian thingies. I was looking for guides a while ago. I haven't unlocked it yet because I was so lazy, but I think that's the key with Elite. Elite can get quite boring if you don't have a goal, but if you have something you are striving for, it becomes a different world altogether. You have a mission, and I think that's quite true in life, right? It's like some adulting wisdom in there. You have to keep striving for a goal so you are motivated. I was listening. Whoa, what the heck are those humps all about? Beautiful here. I think I'll take a photo here. I was listening to a podcast the other day, and it was the words were so true. Something along the lines of nothing kills hope better than achieving that dream or that thing you were hoping for. So you have to keep on looking for something to hope for, looking forward, and targeting something new. That is a beautiful shot. Tried to hunt last night, but the animals were hiding. Even they were checking out the updates. They were too busy for you. No time to get hunted. Let's get a shot from here. Looking good. So when I was recording this the other day and I got the crash, I immediately went to the SES forums. And I could not understand why no one else was complaining. But then if no one else is complaining, then probably you're the one doing something wrong, right? So yeah, it turned out to be true. Let's stop by here. I mean, we have enough time. Check out this place. Unlock it. Knievi. Probably. I don't know how to read this. Hey Tom, glad you made it. Did we leave? Where are we going? We're immobile due to lightning and storms. Ooh, stay safe, man. Hey Nick, 3 months. Wow, super quick. Thanks a lot, Nick. Appreciate that. 3 months already. Wow, time flies. How are you, Clumsy? Nice to see you. Nice to see you too, man. Glad you made it. Doing great, doing great. Super excited for the weekend. Man, this looks so good. The placement of the buildings kind of reminds me of like, I know it doesn't look anything like the UK, but it reminds me of Brix's work. Brix is so good at this, like combining the different buildings and just making it a whole cohesive looking village or whatnot. And I think Matamet has the same talent. This just looks so good. Even with people walking around, very natural, very lived in feel. Love it. We are don't ask me to pronounce it, but we are in Poland and we are making our way to that place, Legnica. If I must do so. Stop by here. Just loop around. Maybe here. There. No. No. That one. It's utterly confused where I want to go. Okay, let's leave it that way. Misechin? Oh. Okay, let's loop all around. We have all the time now. We don't need to rush at all. Stop by there. Beautiful. Stop by Sulekov as well. That sounds quite Russian. There you go. As roundabout as we can manage to unlock everything we can. What is that? That looks interesting. Must be another highway there that is currently still in the works. And Legnica is here. Okay, good. Hey again, Meals. Thanks for peeking out of the lurking shadows. We are hanging out in Fikcyjna Polska map. 1:5 map. That looks so good so far. And I managed to fix my crashes from the last episode. Legnica. Legnica. So does that... I remember in... Where is it? In the Balkans region, there is a specific place. Remember the place Subotica? But it's spelled as Subotica. I always remember that place because it sounds so much like Subnautica. But then you guys taught me that it's called Subotica. So the C is pronounced as TS. And I'm wondering which language has that rule. Is it Polish? No, but that's way south. It's a very nice asset there. I wonder if this is a random event. It doesn't seem like it. Let's take a photo of that guy. I think he's begging to be taken a photo of. Yeah, Legnica. That sounds better. Oh, look at that. Vipadek. I guess it means there's an accident. Context clues. Oh, that looks lovely. Hey, I'm shook. Hope you aren't anymore. How are you doing? Thanks for joining the stream. I'm not landing while Clumsy is driving past. Yeah. Steering clear of me. Glad to hear it, Shook. Yes, doing great. Happy to finally have some time to truck again and do non-work stuff. It's been a pretty busy past couple of weeks at work. Finally, now it's starting to stabilize again. Settle down. Me neither, Alex. That's actually a very good point. I was trying to see. It didn't seem familiar to me at all. I don't know. Maybe it looked very detailed, right? Like high quality model. Didn't seem one of those standard chopper models. I don't know. Maybe it's just up close now. It seemed a bit different. Slow down a bit here. Anyway, that silent trucking episode that's coming on Sunday, it became much longer than I planned because guess what? There were detours. There was a detour, but man, I enjoyed that trip so much. It's one of my most favorite trips ever that I've done in trucking, I think. Granted, I have very short-term memory, so that's the I guess a rule of thumb for me is my favorite trip was my last trip. So that's the most I can remember. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was such a good truck, such a great sound pack from EVR, and just such a great place to drive in. I was driving in Washington from Vancouver to Bellingham, so I was driving through the 5, but there was a detour, so I had to go all the way around, and blessing in disguise, I could explore more areas and enjoy more stuff. Slow down to 50. There you go. Better than the quarry? Better than the Mexican boat? That might be a bit controversial. So what have you guys been up to? Have you been trucking as well? Alex has been trucking with an old school, what was that I saw on the log? Mac Series 61 or something? How about you guys? Jack, are you still with the Fuso? Shook and Ken Wheels and Nick, have you been trucking or what have you been up to? So many new updates and games, it's so hard to choose, but it's just an amazing time to be a gamer. All the free updates, a cheap gamer at that. Please don't go around, thank you. That Scania has been following me all over the place. I think he likes my paint job. He likes my config. He probably is looking for tips. Okay, now he veers off. I think because we caught him, he had to turn away from us. Your goldfish memory and you never forget the darn boat. Yeah, that's a very good point. I wonder why. There must have been something really memorable about what happened there. Made it transfer immediately to the long-term memory banks. Excluded from the goldfish memory rule. Bit of elite to see how Nyukujinon is doing. Still in the Fuso. Nice. I tried elite for a while. To be honest, I got bored. I tried that new trading thing. It was great. But I think it was mainly what I was talking about. I didn't have a goal in mind. So it was just like flying around and it's like, okay, this is nice. But I mean, this is not enough to keep me on my seat and get back into the stuff. No, I don't want to stop here anymore. Let's just have a look. Bolivico. But yeah, I think I really have to like set a goal. Because I remember during those times when I had a goal in Elite, that was when I was at my peak in terms of activeness and passion, if you can call it that. Like when I was grinding my Imperial ranks, when I was trying to save up for the cutter, when I was trying to save up for a Conda and all that stuff. So yeah, I think I have to find something similar to that effect. And I think the next one for me, it would be to explore more. Explore how exploration works, basically. Because it's a totally new system now, right? A personal goal is needed. Yes, I want a cutter. Yeah, do you remember that phase when I had like started with a Type 9, really grinded my way, grinded some Imperial ranks, saved up for a cutter, and immediately I had a cutter. I progressed there so fast that when they got a snapshot for the beta servers, I ended up having nothing yet there because they caught the snapshot like a few days earlier, and I had nothing yet at that time, so it was only a matter of a few days. Like but when you have a goal, when you set your mind to something, then that's the direction where you'll be heading naturally. I have to always remember that. I always seem to forget that. And actually, you know what? I have to start applying that in my life. Oftentimes, I feel like I don't have that in real life. I might have that in Elite sometimes, but in life, it's more like just enjoying. And I'm not sure that's such a bad thing, but whoa, that guy did not slow down at all. That was scary. He should be stopping based on that sign, but I guess he was, I don't know, running for the toilet or something. But yeah, it's something that I would like to develop, at least in the Sims, in the games I play first, and then the hope is to have that bleed off in real life, where I get used to setting goals and trying to achieve them and enjoying the entire process. Because some people have goals, but to me it seems like some people are too focused on the destination that they don't enjoy the journey anymore, and that's just a shame, because the life is all about the journey, as some quotes say, right? So I think I would like to find the right balance, having a goal but still enjoying the present and wherever I'm at. And yeah, it's getting very deep now. I think it's too much reading, too much podcasting. Tend to go deep, but then again, introverts tend to enjoy talking about deep topics, and I guess that's why I love making videos and making commentary. It's because I get to be able to share my thoughts, and makes it even feel more amazing when someone resonates with those thoughts. That must be the secret ingredient. The journey is what it's all about. I definitely agree there. Although sometimes it's hard to see, especially when the journey is not the most, it's not the best. But yeah, definitely agree. Hey Thor! Yes, I was inspired by your stream. Alex told me that he saw your stream and he enjoyed the map, so I was like, I have to check it out. And yes, I'm happy I did. It's such a very nice map. Really gives you that feel of a big scaled map. Not so much that it's not as much as a 1:1, which can be both a good and a bad thing. But I think 1:5 is a very good balance. Look at that! Goodness, that's scary. Let's do it from here. I want to take a photo of the church with our back facing it. How are you doing, Thor? Hey, Gato! How are you doing, man? Thanks for making it now. Gone on any trip recently? Oh crap, I think it's closed. Very nice assets though, goodness. Yeah, looks like that. Road is closed. But I'll just try to squeeze in because I'm a rubbernecker. What is the term you call? Or maybe I can just go straight, yeah? Alex just made you detour? Oh yeah, he does that sometimes. Where are you driving right now, Thor? Okay, scratch that idea. Okay. Apparently the AI is confused with all my weird driving. Hey Jeff, welcome back. This is where your taxes go. True that. I just had my first stutter there, which is very impressive. Oh yes, by the way, remember that discussion we had last week where we were trying to find the culprit with the huge stutters? I tried to clean up my mods list in my other profile, my main profile. I think it really helped. I had to remove all the other maps though. I removed everything except Pro Mods and the Middle East add-on. But I think even the Middle East add-on I will also remove because I saw a couple of errors in the log about traffic, and traffic might be a contributor to that, right? So I think I will stick to Pro Mods in the meantime. Smaller map, but quality over quantity. So we can really get the most immersive experience at the cost of having a smaller map to drive in. Anyway, I don't do much long hauls anyway, so it doesn't affect me that much personally. Random emergency service trucks ramming into cars. Almost, not quite. Thankfully. Yeah. That's the shot. We're taking screenshots of all those unique events that Matamet put in. And I kind of miss it actually. We are so filled with random events nowadays that we often don't have these static but more, involved events. So it's nice to see that back again in Matamet's map. You were with a friend trucking in real life today. Nice. Scania G480 rigid with a single axle trailer and a 34-ton meter crane. Cool. Sounds like a fun drive. Where did you go? So is there a Swift equivalent for European trucks? Or a company? A Swift equivalent European company? A company notorious for, let's say, mishaps? Hey, blah. Glad you made it, man. Doing good, doing good. Thanks for sharing that overlay with VT-Log. Not sure if it's compatible with my current layout, but I'm sure people will enjoy that. That is very helpful so you don't have to code anything by yourself. Man, that clicking is so good. Do you guys prefer with music or without? Let me know if you want to turn off the music, okay? If you want to focus on the engine. They're a public nuisance. The traffic, the trucks, well, they can be. That's also how I looked at trucks before. But I mean, at the end of the day, they deliver what you buy. So without them, we won't have any goods arriving. So in a way, you could look at them as like a necessary evil if you really hate them. Friend of yours says Kirtika is the European Swift. Oh, Kirtika. Anyone know where that's based? I can't even remember the logo for that, but it sounds familiar. Just in Bergen, made a short stream with your phone on the way back. Nice, man. Man, probably was very scenic, huh? Imagining Bergen in Norway. And the beautiful sights. Yeah, track hire 5. Thanks, Alex. And Jack. Gotta be quicker, Waldorf. It's really nice. Yes, I'm sure it will be really helpful, especially for those who are still looking for an overlay. It helps a lot, knowing all those details. Gives a lot more info and power to the viewers. What is that? I'm hoping that opens. We'll see. Quite interesting. Turn of events here. Oh no, I think that's closed. But this is where we'll be making our U-turn anyway. I wonder what this is. A weighing plate, maybe? A weighing area? Oh crap! Almost hit that. Almost hit this guy. Nice. Yeah, that would be nice. Some real damage, right? Not just percentage, but actually affecting the truck performance. Right now we have like engine damage, but not much else. Nothing like suspension or tires or whatnot. That would be a nice add-on in the future. Oh yeah, you might like the VT log overlay then. Again. Not sure if Block can share a link. Nightbot might get mad, but if you have a link to share, blah, you can. Alex can give you permission. Yeah, people in MP would have flat tires all over. Waldorf had a wife called Astoria. Is that a hint, Jab? Maybe you should get Mrs. Jack into the picture as well. Or Mrs. Spanner, I should say. Why is it 50 here? Interesting. Damage to the brakes. That's true, yeah, wear and tear on the brakes. That's something I would look forward to more because that's more practical. Because that would teach you more, that would teach drivers more to make use of the retarder, the engine brakes, instead of relying just fully on the service brakes. That's actually a very good idea. If there was some way to measure like the wear on the brakes, I don't know, in the dashboard or over here, and damage, and then the effectiveness of the brakes would lower through time, so you will be forced to make use of the other braking mechanisms, so to speak. Waldorf Astoria. Alex, can you help out blah? He might get night-botted. Look at that. Isn't that... Is there such a thing in Poland? Interesting. Custom asset. I hear a plane. Oh, a jet actually. Jets actually. Wow. Speaking of jets, fighter jets, I have a Polish colleague. Oh crap. What happened to my connection? Interesting. One sec, okay? I think I got disconnected. I think we'll stop over on the side. Check out what's happening here. One sec, guys. Okay, let's see. Okay, I should have connection still, I think. Not really. No internet, dang it. Okay, well that kind of sucks. Well, we might have to... Wow. Fikcyjna Polska finds ways to really mess with me somehow. Dang it. Let me double check if the Wi-Fi is still working. If the router has any internet or if it's just my desktop. One sec. It looks like the stream is ripped. Yeah, no internet here. Here we go again. Okay, I think this will not work, but what we can do is I can probably record offline and just finish the trip. We'll see how that works. I don't know. Fikcyjna Polska, it's not the problem of the map. I think I just have bad luck when I drive in this map. As ugly as that is. Oh, the reconnection is successful. I think we're good now. Are we good, guys? Let's see. Let me know if we are back. Trailer damage? Where the heck? Okay, I think we are online again. Can you guys hear me? That Iveco actually rammed into me. Okay, we should be good. Good, thank goodness. So the internet connection gave out again, but this time only a couple of minutes. Crap Feco, hey Scotsman. Glad you made it, man. Crap Feco. So I just reconnected, guys. If you were typing a bunch of stuff, I missed that all. The last I've seen was Blah posting the link. Everything else below that, I missed. Oh, this is a very interesting roundabout. Yeah, the fighter jets. I was going to say something about those and then I got disconnected. Yeah, Poland just doesn't like clumsy drivers. That's how it feels like I'm not so welcome here. It finds a way to mess with me somehow. Oi! What the heck was that? Scottson, have you been playing Train Sim World 2020? I heard that there's a new journey mode and improved everything. Look at those jets flying around. It's scary. Posting a bunch of Fs. I hope Alex was keeping things sane. What does that mean? I forgot what that means. You guys told me what that means already before. Does that mean I can only turn left? Wait, let's have a look at the map. No, I don't think so. You should be able to go straight. Rail crossing. Ah. No, but this one? This yellow... It's like cross, but with a focus on the left. He banned everybody. No wonder it sounds a bit quieter than usual. The main route and right of way is to the left. I think that makes a lot of sense. Might be. Road priority to the left. There you go. Thanks a lot. Makes sense now. But the road here is still open. Yeah, Scotsman is the culprit here. We should all blame Scotsman. How are you, man? Long time no see. How have you been? Tried out Train Sim World yet? I wanted to try out Train Sim World. I was looking at a couple of videos. I have not seen the actual new journey mode yet. What are these guys doing? Oh, it's those... I'm not sure how you call them. PWD sports. It's very nice. That's a very nice add-on. That's very thoughtful of Matamet to include. Oh, look at those jets. Yeah, speaking of those fighter jets, I have a colleague from Poland, and I think he lives in... Yeah, I'm familiar with where he lives because I think it's in ETS2. But apparently Poland had its, I don't know what you call it, National Day, something like that, last week on the 15th. The same time as their Mother's Day. Or, no, not Mother's Day, Assumption. Same day as Assumption. Mother's Day was in Costa Rica. Oh, that's super cool. That shot right there. I think we will pose a bit for it. What I'll do... Let's pose a bit here. I know I'm all over the place, but it's all for the photo. Hang tight. I'll find a nice angle here. But yeah, they in their National Day or something, they had the military making parades and everything. With all the tanks, all the choppers and whatnot, and they actually had to. He was mentioning they had to disassemble like the town square because the military vehicles won't fit otherwise. So full on effort, A for effort. Isn't that something like? No, I think it looks a bit different. But I remember you have something like that over in Brazil. Correct me if I'm wrong, Gato. Isn't that like a very famous landmark? Is it in Rio de Janeiro? I can't remember. Oh yeah. Yeah, Blas shared the link. That's when I got disconnected. Oh, look at that. That's an even more perfect angle. That might actually be a nice thumbnail, huh? Cristo Redentor. Oh, that's what they call. I see. PC isn't powerful enough. I see. Good to hear, Scotsman. Means you have to indicate your intended direction if you're not following the road. How do you indicate if you're going straight? Like, do you have to, like, I don't know, bring your hand out or something? The Ford F-Max. Yes, the EVR. EVR has one. It is paper though. I am not such a fan of the truck itself. Well, of the mod itself. Of the truck, yes. Of the mod, not so much. It's a bit unfinished, in my opinion. Because I'm very particular with the interior. Because you spend most of your time driving in the interior. What the heck? Magic door. But yeah, it reuses the Scania computer dashboard, and I'm very particular with that. And the steering wheel model is not the highest quality, but I think it's a very good enough truck. In the meantime, if you're really a fan of the Ford F-Max, I'm looking forward to the one from the Steam Workshop. No, SES forums though. That seems to be really promising from what I've seen. Ah, I see. Bit different posts. Maybe, yeah, maybe in Poland they have it something different. Indicate right for both straight and right. Oh, that's interesting. First time I heard of that traffic rule. That's quite interesting. Nice. The one in Poland is Christ the Reacher. Is that a joke? On its sides. Very nice though. So I guess that's a custom asset, huh? I wonder who modeled that. Anything new in the trucking world? Let me see. Well, this one, Fikcyjna Polska 1.5, new standalone map by Matamet, the same guy who did the Fikcyjna Polska before. And it's actually a very nice move on his part. So I got an explanation on YouTube, why they put in a Fikcyjna in the beginning, which means fictional. It's so they don't have to be bogged down with the realism. Like they'll still try to put in some realistic things, like the places are from real places, and some of the areas might be real, some of the assets, maybe the statue is real, but they are not locked to it. Like at any point they can allow their creative freedom to take over, and people cannot complain because it's Fikcyjna. So it's a very smart move on their part. So those are some very nice signs. I like it. No clue. Sounded very professional though. I almost got Mumbai bus there if you didn't put an LOL. How's the hunting? Loud. Haven't changed trucks since you got Overfloaters K100. Oh yes, I had the same feeling. I switched since, but it took me a couple of weeks, maybe a month before I switched. And for me, that's actually a very long time already. I normally switch every week or so that I can show people new stuff. But yeah, with Overfloaters K100, I just couldn't. It's too good. You're not a fan of overcab trucks since you don't really have those. But it's a Kenworth and love the older styles. Yeah, makes sense. So I was mentioning the silent trucking video that will be coming out on Sunday. It's my favorite truck ever in ATS. It's the Volvo VNL 2018 by Galimim, which is now available in the Steam Workshop. And it's just such a nice looking truck. From how it behaved as well, I think thanks to DirectX 11 and the optimizations by Galimim and the optimizations in Washington area and in the entire default map, frame rate was silky smooth. I did not experience a frame drop at all, even if it was a Frank Peru model. So very, very nice. And also it had EVR sounds compatible. So even if, like when you pick the Volvo VNL 2018 and you pick an engine, it won't have, normally it would have the EVR icon, right? It won't have that. It will be the normal engines, no icon, no EVR icon. But if you pick, I think, any of the Volvo engines, not the Cummins X15 because that has scratch bump sounds. If you pick any of the Volvo engines and you have the EVR's Volvo VNL, not for the 2018, but Volvo VNL mod activated, it will get the files from there. because I think it uses the default path for the Volvo sounds, and EVR changes the default Volvo sounds. That's how they're connected, if that makes any sense. So I was surprised when I turned on the engine. Goodness, this is EVR. And so it was the best of all the worlds. Truck model, truck sounds, the map, the optimization, frame rate and whatnot, and the graphics. I kind of wish I put some commentary there, but maybe we can do some future videos with that same config. Love it. Christ the King. Ah, nice. Which place is it in? Is it in the, let me open the map. Where did we see it? Here? Sviebojin? Probably. Hey, Cameron. I always think I make something wrong when I hear that sound. A Marmon cab over. Oh, I think you mentioned that. No, was it? What was XBS working on? I'm mixing things up now, but I think you mentioned that Marmon to me before, and I absolutely had no clue what it was, but I think it was a very classic truck. I really like that idea of putting in brake wear and tear. Brake wear as part of the damage. That will give a more concrete reason of using all the braking mechanisms with each other. Oh, bridge incoming. You guys know what's coming. How can we resist? EVR Fuso coming soon? I wish. Ah, that's the one. Harvin, I think, is what you mentioned before. Nice. Sviebojin or something. Nice. So that's an accurate representation right there. Cool. Thanks for the info. We need an EVR Fuso translation. Oh yeah, true. How are the sounds of the Fuso currently? I think I remember the truck didn't have such a bad sound. I mean, I guess not EVR level, but not too shabby. Basically the same model but from different sources. Wow. And this time Harvin isn't basing it off from Frank Peru. He's really working on something on his own. Maybe starting off from the 3D models from a different modeler. I think that's how Frank Peru does it, like, right? He like buys the 3D model from some professional modelers, and then he makes it compatible with ETS2. Then Galimim or Harvin, they work on Frank Peru's and optimize it even more. Harvin bought a model or had it given to him as well. Yeah, makes sense. That might be. Bridge alert. Yes, that's the one we just had. One more? We'll skip it this time. There are a couple of barriers. But man, this map just looks absolutely stunning. Love it. So many things happening in here and everything just still perfectly optimized. Amazing work, Matamet. Thanks a lot. Leave it to my imagination. Oh, almost missed it. Oh, we have another sign here. I think it might be the same sign. You guys let me know if you can read that. I guess that's a work in progress right there. More to come. Sounds good. You have to upgrade your GPU before you can. Yeah. Yeah, Harvin is such a polished modder. One of the pros we have in the community. Amazing contributions. Whenever you see a release from Harvin, you know it'll be good. By the way, remember guys the truck we had last week for ATS? The Mac CHU or the Mac Chu? So that was originally by Frank Peru, and Galimim did some fixes for it. But I saw in the workshop that some other guy picked up where Galimim left off, I think, and added even more stuff, more config options and more fixes, I think. So it's like Frank Peru, then Galimim, then this guy. I forgot his name. But I was wondering if anyone has tried it yet. Because the one I tried, I think, was Galimim's version. I haven't tried that next version by the new guy. Sorry, I forgot the name. Seemed very promising though. Seemed like he really liked the truck. And so he added even more stuff to it. We had a few classes on this language actually. The sign said something about some new kind of bus being tested. Wow. That's something I completely did not expect. If Overfloater is going to do another truck. Good question. I have no idea. He came out of nowhere from my point of view. It's like, ta-da! We have an amazing modder from nowhere. But he was probably very active in the workshop even before, in the forums, and was developing his skills. Thank you for following. Welcome to the channel. How are you doing? Feel free to say hi in chat so we can give you a proper welcome. Red Legs. That's the one, Red Legs. Yeah. Quite interesting. But that's good because Galimim is mainly like optimizing and making the truck work. But Red Legs I think is working on that and also adding some new stuff to the truck. At least that's what I got. Mumbai bus. There you go. There you go. Mumbai busing 101. A new bus on the works. I should be used to this by now, but it never fails. I never learn. Patamet's gonna put more pedestrians in the map. Yeah, there are a few there already, but yes, the more the better. Right now it doesn't feel as occupied, but I guess there are some performance considerations as well. You know, when we got disconnected a while ago, and people will see this in the offline recording, people will see this in YouTube. I kept the recording running, thank goodness. But I was thinking of cutting the stream and just making an offline video for it. I almost was, and then OBS reconnected. Like, ooh, lucky. Ooh, what is that all about? It's like some merging lanes because of some construction works. Very nice. I like these points here. Even if they're static, it gives much more flexibility for changes, for details like this. Colombia real map. Wow, I haven't heard of that before. Interesting looking river. The coast is a bit funny looking though. It's like a serrated something. But I like this bridge getting constructed on this side. Whoop. My bad. Blame the bridge. blame the bridge. Picture time. Dang it, I missed it. No, let's work on the next one. I didn't like so much the coast. It looked a bit unnatural at some points. Hey Yabo, thanks for joining the stream. How are you? Nice signages, nice roads, nice trees, nice everything. Beautiful. Cape Buffalo. Hope you got it. Hey, drive safely. Yeah, we were missing you. You were the missing ingredient. So now hopefully drive a bit safer. Well, speeding might not be that safe. How are you doing, drive safely? I've been enjoying your mod past couple of days, hearing all those very subtle but very realistic traffic sounds. Doing good, Yabo. Thanks for asking. Hey, thanks for subbing. Appreciate that. CN Growler, welcome to the community. Appreciate that, man. Came out of nowhere. GG. Yeah. Feel free to try out your new GG's GG emote. Can use that in other chats as well. Colombia real map. You tried it, Thor. How is it? Is that a standalone map, I guess? Might be a bit too high revs there. It's a Scania on the right, looks like, but a Volvo on the left. Tough competition. Let's go and make this a proper turn. There you go, that should be good enough. Here, drive safely. Hey Scripps, how are you doing, man? Thanks for dropping by. It is a standalone map of 1:2 Colombia. Very good, but still small. A paid map. Oh, interesting. Looks like something in progress there as well. So many goodies. Legnica. Is this the bridge under construction? Yeah, it looks like. It looks like we're getting a bit of fog. It's not good. Let me see if I missed any messages. I think we're good. Yes, as long as it's under construction, I can take a photo. Maybe, yeah, taking photos while the game is paused is better, rather than trying to just look at it while driving. It's a recipe for disaster. You've been in the Moscow region. It only runs on the X9. Oh yeah, you were mentioning that. You mentioned it was really good, right? Shame you can't have natural lux there. I actually had my what do you call this, config.cfg file probably corrupted. when I was having these crashes with Fikcyjna Polska, at one point when I restarted the game, everything was just white. So I ended the task using Control Alt Del, using the how do you call it, the task manager. And when I restarted it, it seemed like it corrupted the file because it was probably loading it or saving to it at the same time when I ended the task. So it reset all my non-profile settings, like which DirectX to use. So it reverted to DirectX 9. So when I started my profile, it crashed because I had NL activated. And that's just a quick proof that NL is not compatible with the X9. And I had to reset some other minor things, but nothing really big. Good thing the actual profiles weren't corrupted. Which one is that, Ken? I think it was blah, if you're talking about the overlay. Now we're on a proper highway. Feels good. Speaking of highways, I'm really enjoying driving in Fernbus at the moment. There will be a Fernbus video again later. They really nailed it this time. The physics just feels so good. It doesn't feel flimsy anymore. And the graphics, well, ETS2 graphics is good, but the engine is quite dated. There we start with something, well, Unreal Engine. So it does have its advantages, both advantages and disadvantages. One of the disadvantages was the pop-ins, so yeah, and that might be the implementation, not the actual engine. But yeah, some of the trees pop in when it's closer. The signs are empty from afar and suddenly they pop in with text from a closer distance, and you can see the text actually appearing out of nowhere sometimes. So there's that, but I mean the reflections, the effects, the entire look, it looks so good. So much potential in there. Tourist Bus Sim is currently in beta. I don't think they've released it yet. At least I haven't seen a news article on it. But when they do, I think I will uninstall Fernbus and switch to Tourist Bus Sim again, because I really like the economy aspect, the growing your company aspect. So I think we will continue the series and really work on it in earnest. Proper highway, yeah, feels good. And yeah, in Fernbus we can go up to 100. That's something we cannot normally do in Truck Sim. We're stuck with 80 most of the time. They're still in beta, but there was a big update to that today. Ah, I see. So you're in the beta branch, Jack? I can actually switch to that as well, but I think I'll enjoy Fernbus a bit more. Enjoy the Autobahnen a bit more before I switch to Fuerteventura. I'm really excited. Like making it a proper business, proper company. Because as you guys, I started telling stories about it, I started exploring like businesses, how to make a business, how to start a business, and how to manage your company and stuff like that in real life. So very much in the beginning, but having something in a simulator to fiddle around with would be a nice training ground. For sure it wouldn't be exactly like the real thing, but I guess some aspects can be applied. So it's a good sandbox, a good area for exploration. Getting my feet wet, so to speak. So we're really looking forward to that one. I was a bit frustrated before, if I remember correctly, when I tried Tourist Bus, because they introduced an update and it was very laggy. But hopefully they're able to apply the same things that they did for Fernbus, and if they do, then yeah, I'd really enjoy that. Hey, Scene Roller. Hey, thanks for thanks for the sub again, man. Appreciate that. Hopefully you can hear this. GG, man. Feel free to try out your new GG emote. I was hoping TML Studios would show more of the bus at Gamescom. Oh yeah, the bus. Still a mystery when that will appear. But we will definitely get into that when it comes out. That should be like the direct competitor of Bus Sim 18, I'm thinking. It's more a city bus oriented simulator, right? Not coaches anymore. I hope they implement a proper system, like the, what do you call the device on the bus? ITIS? No, ATIS. ATIS is completely different. IBIS, there you go, IBIS. Close enough. Yeah, stick with Fern. So far the beta is having problems with object loading due to Unreal Engine. Okay, thanks Jack. Yeah, let's wait for it to stabilize. I have high hopes. Do I play any racing sims? I tried what did I try before? Assetto Corsa, was it? And Project Cars 2. I bought those. I tried them a bit, but I was very bad at them, so I didn't continue. And it requires so much time investment to get good at that from my end, because I am very bad at it. I guess I can be good at it through time, but I just don't have that much time to spare. My reflexes are really slow, super slow, so I'm much better with trucking, I think. Why is that asking me to turn around? One sec, huh? Probably a waypoint hasn't been unlocked. Yeah, that one. Remove that. There you go. We're almost there, guys. Legnica, rather. Yeah, same here, Thor. That's my problem. I like it, but it doesn't like me back. You watch my videos on YouTube. I appreciate that, man. Thanks for the sub again. Means a lot. Glad you were able to catch the stream live. You've not been playing Fernbus in a while. You've been playing World of Warcraft lately. Awesome. Man, I had my WoW days as well. I remember me and my college friends, we had like an entire guild. We would get into raids and stuff. It was such a good game. Just requires so much time investment I don't have anymore. But it's so good, really. I'm really a fan of those RPGs. At least I was back in my younger days. Oh, I really like the assets put in here. Everything is a work in progress. What the heck's that guy doing? You've seen the new SnowRunner trailer. I've seen the tweet. I haven't seen the trailer yet. But it looks interesting. The concept. I like snow much better than mud. In terms of... how do you say? It's more exotic for me because I don't see snow often. You know, living in a tropical country does that. But yeah, it's quite interesting. Very good at racing games, but kept coming to bridges and stopping. That might be the problem. Too much sightseeing even while racing. I had my track IR and I was looking around so much like that. Didn't know I was going to smash into a junction, turn already. Hey Barry, how are you, man? Glad you made it today. Haven't been trucking for quite a long while. What have you been up to? Have you been train sim worlding? Or maybe riding trains in real life? You have such nice rail networks in China. I know the feeling. Snow is very cold. You must move it like... you like rain better. That's true. Yeah, I think snow is fun only for the first couple of minutes. But if you like live in a place where it actually snows, it's such a huge hassle, is what I'm hearing from everybody. From what's the climate called? Temperate countries? But yeah, it's exotic for me, so I'm quite intrigued. It's a very nice touch. Some fog. We still see a bit of popping in of the trees from afar, but the fog is helping a lot with that. It's not as bad. You're getting a house in September in beautiful Colorado. Congrats, man. Enjoy. 2020ing. Oh, nice. How are you liking the new journey mode? What does it do, the journey mode? Have you guys watched or played it? From what I understand, it kind of groups together the different modules you can play, like the training, the scenarios, so that you have it in one go. So you don't have to like pick it from the menu. So it's like a seamless storyline. But I don't get it so much. Yes, this is with Natural Lux. And I checked, there is no climate file in Polska. So there is no conflict there. Yeah, man, that must feel awesome. Getting a house. A couple of weeks ago, we went back to Manila. It was the turnover of one of our units. In Manila, condominiums are very famous because we have quite limited space and everyone wants to stay within the city, the vicinity. Because all the jobs are there. So condominiums are very famous. So we bought a unit a couple of years ago. It was pre-selling, so it was much cheaper. And real estate prices in Manila have been going through the roof. And it turned over a couple of weeks ago. It's like, wow, it's an amazing feeling. And our tenant will be moving in, I think, sometime in September, early September. It just feels good, being able to contribute something. And yeah, even though we weren't going to live in it when it turned over to us, it's like, wow, this is a place where you can actually live and have your life. And if things changed a bit and we didn't stay here in Singapore, that's where we'll be living. Still in construction, but will be done. Nice, man. Good luck. Looking forward to it for you. It's just a line going through all the trainings and scenarios. I see. How about the new scoring system, Barry? I heard there's a new score, like how far or how close you are to the platform where you stopped. Do they have better scoring now? It's still a bit blurry for me. Some drivers make the Mercosul route, which involves going through the Argentinian-Chilean snowy mountains. Wow, that must sound scary, trucking with snow. Reminds me of that series. You're from California and you've never seen snow ever until you were holiday in Paris. Interesting. That's actually very interesting to hear. I would have thought everyone in the US would have experienced snow, but yeah, you're perfectly right. Many areas in the US don't have snow because the US is such a big country. No, I don't anymore, Thor. Since I started having those... so when did I start? I removed it ever since I enabled RawX. And then when I disabled RawX, I didn't enable SIPs anymore, just to be on the safe side for performance reasons. So I'm not really sure at the moment what causes those. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. I hope we get a shot of that jet as well. You see way too much snow, I can imagine, Alex. You're too close with snow, I think. Maybe a trip to Singapore would do you good during winter. You might enjoy it. Enjoy the change of scenery. Scoring is still a thing because the game still doesn't penalize you for speeding. Ah, I see. I hope they do. I hope they do. It's such a weird thing to say, right? I hope they penalize you for something. Like asking to be punished. That sounds so bad. If Jay were here, he would have a field day on that. But yeah, players like to be punished when they do something bad. It's all about the feedback. Cannot afford the steering wheel. Ah, yeah. Maybe an Xbox 360 controller can work in the meantime. But yeah, if you have trains, that will for sure occupy much of your time. So, let me see. How expensive is Singapore compared to Europe for a holiday? So in terms of cost of living, we went to Switzerland last year, and Switzerland was more expensive, if that's saying anything. But I guess that's no surprise, comparing Switzerland with anywhere. But yeah, we were surprised actually, because normally Singapore is very expensive, especially like hotel accommodations. It's very expensive because the cost of living is high in general, but even more so, real estate is super expensive because, I mean, we have very little of it. Scarcity, so supply and demand and stuff. And so hotel prices are very expensive, but everything else, Switzerland I think is more expensive still. I don't know by how much, but if you can afford Switzerland, then you can afford Singapore. Except for the alcohol. The alcohol is a completely different thing. Like, I think the base price, the last time I went to a bar, and it's been a long time since, it was a birthday of a friend. I think I told this story, and she bought a bottle of, oh, I can't remember what it was, but it was one of those alcoholic, was it a Patron? But I think with a chocolate flavor or something. But yeah, basically it cost like 4 times more than how much it costs in the airport, because in the airport there is no tax. When you get to Singapore, everything alcoholic needs to be taxed, and it costs like 3 to 4 times more or something, depending on where you are. So if you're planning to drink here, budget for it, because it's super expensive. Or maybe buy it from the supermarket and drink it at home or in the hotel or something. But if you spend it in the bar, oh goodness, yeah. A bottle of beer can cost around, I don't know, 14 SGD, which is around, I don't know, 10 to 12 USD probably. Goodness, this place looks amazing. Wow, beautiful. I think it's also enhanced by how the sky looks, but the place itself, beautiful. Oh, your Lola was born in Manila. Nice. Lola is grandmother, for those who are unfamiliar. And you've been to the Philippines in your teenage years. That's amazing, man. So your Lola moved to the States as well? So this is where I'm driving off to. Booking tickets to Singapore for December. We'll be waiting. Remember, in Metro Simulator, you even have to write an explanation letter after crashing the train. Wow. That's super cool. Yeah. Singapore is a nice country. if you are into like the urban environments, Singapore is definitely going to be something you enjoy, like looking for restaurants or I don't know, some nice coffee shops, getting a bit of culture as well. It's not very, like, the history I guess isn't as rich because it's a very young country, but if you like the culture, yes, definitely. Turn it in. Let me just spark this up, guys. I'll be back with you in a bit. In a jiffy. Is that something Jack would say? We can push that. Yeah, that can work. There we go. Love that engine sound. Thailand. Oh yeah. Yeah, Thailand. Now there's something much cheaper. You'll have to use your US passport. I think you should be okay. US passport is very powerful. Ooh, that's quite interesting. 314 kilometers. Increased our experience so much. Do you guys know if Fikcyjna Polska has modified the experience tables? Because normally I would expect in a 1:5 job or map, it wouldn't give much of an XP normally. Do I say what? Isn't that a thing in a jiffy? Let's go and buy that garage, sleep there, and look for a job to explore more. When does the Clumsy Trucking Bed and Breakfast open? Oh goodness, I wish I could. It would be amazing, wouldn't it? Yeah, I was actually looking into like how do you start a company in Singapore? But apparently it's very hard, especially if you're a foreigner. They're very picky who can start companies. If you're a foreigner, you have to get like a certain pass, and to get a pass I think your business has to be a certain scale already, so I don't think you can have like a startup being a foreigner. Sounds familiar, Jiffy. Oh, Thai food. Yes, definitely. I've been having Thai food twice this week. I was so lazy to cook. I wanted to get some Thai food. I just ordered in something. Philippines, definitely such a beautiful place. Very friendly people as well, especially the foreigners. Oh crap. Oh yeah, I don't know how it happens, but it just... Oh, that guy is on a rave party. Yeah, I don't know how it happens, but it always just finds a way to sneak in, right? Food, it always becomes a topic. Me too, I'm hungry. I should resist and try to cook, because ordering is so easy. Not easy on the wallet, but easy. It's a matter of pressing a few buttons on the phone. It's so expensive compared to cooking. It's like, I don't know, 10 times more expensive. What time is it? 7:50 in the evening. Oh, that's a nice bridge. It's pretty interesting. What is that guy doing? Admiring the sky, looks like. This is a nice place, yeah. Very nicely modeled. Nicely done. Very unique look, right? Not just like your template city. Yes, highly recommend. But if you do put the Philippines in your travel list, the normal recommendation is Manila will be your point of entry most likely, but arrive in Manila, get out immediately because the traffic is terrible, and of course there's just a lot of history there and a lot of culture to be soaked in, but I think you will be better off exploring the outer areas, more scenic, more beautiful, more relaxing. Let's buy that. Oops, alright. Yeah. When you were there, you rode jeepney bus. Yeah. Yeah, it's not comfortable. It might be a nice experience though for foreigners who want to get a bit of the local culture. I know a lot of people enjoy it. A lot of foreigners enjoy the experience riding a jeepney and paying for your fare. It's a bit of a different experience. Maybe do it once or twice. But after a while, I think you will get pretty tired of it. Oh, I think we have to sleep still. Yeah. Someone is enjoying donuts. Goodness, makes me even more hungry. Why is eating so good? I wish eating made you lose weight. Need money? No, I have 9 million. Because I'm a cheater. Don't we all? Oh yeah. Maybe we can make our way east, huh? If we can. Let's find a job. Oh, that one is perfect. Krone. 20 tons of oranges going east. Oh, we have a winner. Oh, shoot. Legnica. That one, Rocklav. It expires in 4 minutes though, so we have to teleport there, I think. Yes, English will not be a problem in the Philippines. Everyone knows it from the... Well, everyone literally knows how to speak. Should be here, right? There we go. Just needed to load in. One second. Give me a few minutes. Just rushing through here. Did we make it? Yes, we did. Nice. Alright, let me get back to chat. It would be dead if it worked like that. Like Benjamin Button, but with the weight. Oh, yeah, I guess that would introduce some problems of its own, huh? That's true. That one's nice, but I don't think that fits with our current color scheme. Maybe a white Schwarzmuller. Unless it's April Fool's Day. Standing in for Scotsman. Yeah, he's busy. Yeah, Kuya is elder brother. Return back to the Philippines, you would buy a transit bus with air conditioning. Make your own transit company. Oh, like do tourist bus company for real. That would be so cool. Yeah. You would be doing the Filipinos a service. We need decent transit companies with fancy buses and good practices. That's a very beautiful trailer. My goodness. I find it quite hard to couple with the trailer with this truck. The fifth wheel seems to be not in the best spot. I encountered the same problem before. Slow down here. There we go. Like you have to slow down to a halt really. Wait for a few seconds and then it kind of fits into. There we go. Alright, Gato, have a good one, man. Thanks for dropping by. Great to see that you made it. Have a great weekend, man. Catch you next time. Does not look like cheating. Cheating is subjective. Is that the excuse you should be using? Okay, let's see where we go. Okay, it's a pronunciations class. Prokovice. Probably not. Cavite. We have a place in the Philippines called Cavite. Maybe that's as close as we can get, as I can get at least. Srodosloska. Oh, these places. Blogne. And Wroclaw. Probably not how you pronounce it either, but fine. That's the best I can do. It's nice to finally be able to check out this map. Been very curious of it since the beginning. By the way, guys, have you tried the Project Japan again? The one update for 1.35? Are there new areas or is it mainly a compatibility update for now? I remember they are planning on integrating it with this, the default map. But right now only the standalone is available, right? Good try. I'll take that. Good enough for me. Polish definitely love their consonants. They're very consonant oriented. The consonant oriented people. Trains! Man, I really wanted to try it out, Train Sim World 2020. But it requires 50 gigs. Goodness, who has 50 gigs? Well, not me. Yeah, it's hard. Project Japan, there is a small new area but no business there. Ah, I see. Maybe I'll wait for a bigger update. Although I would like to get in the Fuso again. And I would like to get the feel of Japan again. Kind of miss it. We have a friend who loves going to Japan. It's like every few months she goes to Japan. It's like her most favorite place. She loves anime and she even learned Japanese at one point. So yeah, it's her dream location. And I think she's been to most of the places in Japan. Most of the regions. The last time I was there, earlier this year, it was great, but we did not have such a fun time because we were playing tour guide with some of the more mature members of the family. So it was a bit stressful. Not just fun, but a bit stressful as well. And so it was not purely fun, but still, amazing place. Hope to go back sometime. A bit more relaxed environment. guess, I don't know, no parking sign. Fuso isn't working in the Japan map now. Oh, why not? What's wrong with the dealer? Oh, dang it. That defeats the entire purpose. Me either, I don't have 50 gigs. Yeah, that's the problem with having an SSD. Everything is faster, but I mean, space is just so limited. The only dealer available on the Japan map is Scania. Fuso is set up to be in the man dealer only. Oh, dang it. Yeah, I'm sure we can tweak the files a bit there. If I can spend some time on it at least. Yeah, it should be a quick fix. There was a mod to move it to the Scania dealer, but it isn't working. Yeah, I'll have to learn how to put it in the mod dealer. That way you wouldn't have to connect it to any existing dealers, I think. Can you get her to translate what the girl says when you start the Fuso up? Oh yeah, that's true. I think it's saying Gundam booting up. Farming sim for the win. Every time I feel that little bit of urge to play farming sim again, but I am just so lazy. I don't think farm sim is really for me. I don't like doing the hard work. Like working through the field one row at a time. It's just, it's painful to imagine. But maybe there's certain satisfaction that brings. Because recently, Mrs. Clumsy and we started working on a puzzle, 1,000 piece puzzle. We've never tried that before. I don't think we ever even tried working on a simple puzzle thingy before. But we have a friend who is into puzzles, and she shared some photos. And she's like working on a puzzle for like 6 hours and finishes it. I don't know if that's fast. That's probably fast. But we got intrigued and we tried it out. So we started working on this puzzle earlier this week. And every day we would like build it bit by bit. We now have, I don't know, around 20% done. But it's so hard. Goodness, so much hard work. Like at the end of the night, so like, my eyes hurt, my head hurts, let's go sleep. Like it's relaxing in a way, but it's so infuriating as well. 1,000 pieces. It's not a big piece, it's like small pieces, because we are cheapskates and we didn't buy the bigger version. It's very challenging. Fuso, isn't that owned by Isuzu? It's Mitsubishi. Yeah. Too lazy to shout at us workers. Yeah. If I could delegate everything, that would be great. I would just stick to managing. Normally, I hate managing, but I think when it comes to farming, I'm okay with it. Too lazy. What you do is play Farm Sim Manager in FS19. That's true. That's true. Exactly. I think that fits me better. There is a game like that, right? Farm Sim Manager. I remember we tried it in the channel at one point. I wonder what's happened to it since, if there have been updates. It's like a city builder, but centered on farming. You plow, you plant. I sleep. I collect the money. Yeah, that works. After all that work on a puzzle, you never want to take it apart and it just takes up space. That's true, yeah. We really want to work on it though, because we want to hang it on the wall. Our wall is so plain. Like a painting would not work nice in there. And this puzzle is like imagine those bridges in Amsterdam. No, not the red light district, just Amsterdam itself. The beauty of it, those what do you call those? The canals, I think. And with the bridges and the bikes strapped on it, on the bridge. That view coupled with a beautiful sunset. That's how the puzzle looks like. Maybe I can show it when we're done with it. Which is hopefully this weekend. We are planning to work on it fully this weekend. And yeah, it's we want to be done with it as well, because as it gives a certain level of relaxation, but at the same time it gives off a certain level of stress. So I think at the end of the day it sort of balances out. So I'm not sure how to feel about it, but yeah, I think I'd like it to be over. I'd like to finish it. Maybe I'd rather play Elite Dangerous. Speaking of Elite Dangerous again, Jack, I heard Obsidian Ant guessing that a fleet carrier would cost like billions of credits. I only have 100 million at the moment, so I think I have a lot more working to do. I think I start on that exploration. Any recommendations on a good exploration ship? I was leaning towards the Crate Phantom, the new one. I think they said that's a good exploration ship. Nightbot is so smart. Even catches that one. Whoa. Are we here already? Oh no, just discovering this one. Amsterdam of all places. Amsterdam is such a very, how do you say? Like it's, how do I describe it? It's quite chaotic, but it's like organized chaos, and there's a beauty in it. Like you see all these bikes all over the place, like going in all directions, but it works and no one is harmed, you know, and it just adds that certain level of, I don't know, ambiance. So we do want to return again at one point and explore other parts of Holland, not only Amsterdam. Oh crap. Okay, there you go. What's wrong here now? Is there a cat trapped on the tree? Adult neck. My goodness. Trains. Conda is one of the best explorer ship. Oh really? Wow, I didn't expect that. Well, I guess it is. It has the largest jump range, but I think it would eat up so much fuel in the process, wouldn't it? Which one is different, Sion? Okay, so far we are fitting in just fine. Ooh, nice Scania there. Very sleek config. That would go perfectly well with this trailer, actually. Oh crap! Okay, narrowly missed that curb because that curb was a bit aggressive. I don't think our tires could go over that. And I absolutely love the blinker sounds here. One of the best. See? Those curbs are violent. Savage. Rip wheels. Not chrome anymore. Well, they weren't chrome to begin with, I think. Okay, good. They're less sensitive to scratches, I hope. Once it has been engineered and decent scoop, 50 light yearish jumps, maybe more. Nice. Maybe I can look into that. I never thought of doing exploration with a huge ship, but that might actually fit, huh? Heard Rotterdam is beautiful. I have no idea how it looks like, but that's what I assume. Yeah, I'm thinking Holland has to it's just a beautiful country, Netherlands. And it is asking to be explored. Would be nice to be one with the locals as well and go biking, but I think I'll need more biking skills to be worthy of Dutch roads, Dutch cycle lanes. Right now my biking skills are limited to being able to bike only if no one else is around. If someone else comes within a 10-meter radius from me, I start off getting nervous and I start fidgeting and losing my balance. So whenever you come through like a road and come across someone going the opposite way, I always just stop and let them pass through, because I would get very nervous and get very, wobbly trying to squeeze in, even though there's a huge space between us. Need more skills, definitely. I cannot see from there. I think anyone is here. Europort in Rotterdam is huge. Oh yeah, I think we have that modeled in here, right? In Pro Mods. You're sorting your conda out to go to the Heart and Soul Nebulas. How far away is that? I'm trying to set up a small to medium ship for the Guardian unlocking thing. I think it's around 800 light years away. So, and I think you need they said you need a medium or a small ship so that you can squeeze it in the temple or something. What does it mean, Charney Point? Probably read that wrong, but didn't look good. There was a yellow sign there we passed. What bike am I driving? No, it's a very generic bike. I'm only using a bike from those ride-sharing apps. Nothing fancy. I don't have a bike of my own, and it's been a while since I did that. 7K! Wow. Okay, yeah, 800 light years is super quick then. Nice. Have you wrapped your head around the new exploration system? I'm still wondering what is the most efficient way of going about it. I mean, you can honk, right? But I think you can also use the FSS to quickly discover the system and then move on. But you don't need to go with the DSS every time. Ah, you mean like a motorbike, really? Nice. Me, it's just really a literal bicycle. Actually, I haven't tried riding a motorbike, but I think it would be easier in a way in terms of the balance, because you wouldn't have to pedal, but yet it would be harder because you would be faster. Too much work. But the Dutch, they are very bicycle oriented. Very green. Green in a good way. Not green-minded. And this looks so good. Yeah. Matamet really has a way of making these, what do they call these, streets. Yeah, the buildings just merge with one another. Just like a single picture. What is that music? Is that mine? Weird. In San Francisco, we have bike share, and e-scooters are very popular in the city. Ah, nice. That's great, yeah. Here in Singapore, bike sharing became a thing at one point. Now it's tapering down. I think it's a hard business to maintain. But now they are also starting to introduce like car sharing, like those e-cars. I'm not sure how you call them, and also the e-scooters. Yeah, the ones where you stand up and just put your foot on the thing and the dash handles. Those are becoming a thing as well, bro. What the heck was that? Am I in the wrong lane? No, I'm in the right lane. Yeah, it was just such a... Maybe that guy trained in the clumsy arts. Oh yeah, clipped I think is an understatement. Goodness. Same in China, which one? That kind of junction? Or the e-scooter, you mean? Yeah, in China. When I was in Guangzhou, like Mobike was everywhere. So many bike sharing apps there. All the different colors of bikes. Yellow, orange, blue. Super cool. And people were using them. That's the even better thing. You have kind of, but it's a honked and scan. Honked and scan. Side note is to listen to each planet as well. That bit hasn't stuck in your brain yet. Ah, yes, yes. So when you're in the scanner, in the FSS, you can actually focus on just the big things like the water worlds, the earth, like the ammonias and stuff like that, right? And you can do that based on the sound. Yeah, let me try that out. I think it's going to be an exciting journey. I'll probably outfit Crate Phantom maybe just to get a different look. The Millennium Falcon, I think is how they call it. Many of them are just abandoned and cramped on sidewalks. That's the sad thing. Yeah, in Singapore, a lot of bikes are like that. You see them like losing the seat or something. Just abandoned. So that's why I think it's a very hard business to be in. Not sure if it's sustainable, if it's profitable. Have a great weekend, drive safely. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Catch you next time. Oh, still 70 here. Interesting. I thought it would go to 50 because we were entering city limits. You've not been on this part of the map yet. Let's explore it together. I do love the entire feel of the map. It's in its like beginning stages, so there's not a lot of roads to explore yet, but I mean there's a lot already, just not like pro mods lot. But goodness, everything just looks so good, doesn't it? Quality over quantity, and this is exactly the kind of thing I like. So anywhere you go, you're in for a treat. You don't have to pick a route or stick to a certain area. You have all these kinds of buses hanging out here as well. It would be nice if they were moving. I guess that's kind of hard. Conda, Asp Explorer, Dolphin, then Orca. Oh, Dolphin and Orca. I never thought they would be great. Nice. Yeah, I'll try to find some time to stream next week. We'll see. Maybe I'll even have to trade X-Plane for it. That can also work, depending on this schedule. tram is so good looking. Race? Probably wouldn't be wise. And that looks so good though. Super cool. Do we go on the bridge or not? Don't think so. I think he moved to the right. Okay. Why is there a truck hanging out by the bridge there? Man, this would have been such a nice bridge to take a photo of. Oh, and of course it goes red. And the tram just breezes past. That's a very nice add-on there. I like it. All big enough to hold all the modules you will need. Ah, that's true. Yeah, it's going to be hard to pick which modules. So I think for exploration, maybe I'll outfit the Conda. Or maybe I buy a new one. But I think I'll focus first on unlocking the Guardian modules. Plane landing. Beautiful. Oh, that's going to be a firm landing. Ooh. Ryanair. That was Ryanair. Looks like. Wonder what will Road to the Black Sea when you get the DLC. Yeah. I'm so looking forward to that one. I have no idea when they're planning to release it though. Maybe, I don't know, end of summer? End of December? I don't know. Sometime that period, end of the year, I'm expecting. Same in SF. Most people are tourists who use e-scooter. Leave them anywhere and had banned e-scooter for a while. Yeah, it's hard to regulate it, isn't it? Because it relies so much on the people's discipline. Over here, we had our bikes where the government put in some designated spots where you can leave them. And you have to scan a QR code after you leave them, so it like guarantees that you left it in a unauthorized place. Otherwise, you would get like point deductions in the app or something, some kind of consequence. I think it's a good move. I'm not sure if it's that effective though, but yeah, it's a good try. In Denver, you also use a e-scooter. Cool. I haven't tried riding on an e-scooter yet though. Maybe we should next time we come across one. We don't have a lot of those yet. I only see those in the city. And we are in the outskirts of the city here in Singapore. But yeah, maybe. Oh, look at that. What the heck kind of landing was that? Nose down. That guy was brave. Brave or stupid. Maybe the latter more. Can you work with that? Will I hit anything? I think it can work. Yeah, that can work. Oh, dang it! Come on. I thought I was clear. There you go. Just snagged a little on the nose. Not too shabby. I'll take it. Alright. Done deal. Did I take any photo at all with this guy? I've forgotten it. Dang it, that's a shame. That looked very good. Let's see, 79 kilometers should not earn us much. But yeah, it still gives something. Which is quite interesting. Schwartmuller. Let's see, yeah, we have more jobs. Ooh. Goodness. Yikes. I think this is something we could go for, because if you look at the... Okay, let's take that. I don't think we'll have enough time for it, but I'll take that anyway. Parker, Colorado, 20 miles south from Denver. I'll take note of it. Yeah, the critic. I'm one to talk, right? Given that very smooth landing we did last stream. Yeah. Definitely earned the right. Beautiful clouds there. I think I want a wider field of view. More clouds, please. Okay, so if you look at the map, we can explore this point. Yeah, we can explore that point. But we've explored most of the map already. I think the only thing we haven't explored in earnest is this highway, A2. So we could go and cheat. We could start off somewhere closer. Like in here. Maybe in Zielona Gora. Let me see if there's something I can maybe quit it. Maybe I can stop the job. A Concorde flight. Oh yeah, that would be interesting. I don't even have a clue how that works. I think it requires a couple of pilots, right? I have no clue. No idea. I don't think I was like... Yeah, I definitely was not into aviation yet when that thing happened. Do you guys ever think we will get supersonic flights again? Or supersonic airliners? Let's go and explore those question marks. That's strange. Why can I not click on anything? 3 in the Concorde to pilot it. Wow. I see that sometimes in this in like photos. Like are there the Concorde? Is there a Concorde in the NX plane or maybe in other flight sims? Wow, that's going to be cool. Oh dang it! I think I picked the wrong one. Okay, I can't select anything. Probably, maybe because of the job actually. Maybe because of the job. Let me quit that job. $12,000 penalty. Goodness, that was harsh. Okay, now it works. Weird. FS 2004. Ah, I see. SR71. Is that like the blackbird looking thing? What is that for used for in real life? Is that like a bomber for stealth or all of the above? RIP 12K. Yeah. Lost all the income we were getting. It's fine. Cheater's profile. Don't need money. Shams coming up ahead. Oh, they actually stop? No, they don't. Wow, that was dangerous if I went straight there. Really nice thing Fabi added a while ago was cancel jobs below 25 kilometers. Yes, that's a very good move. previously when I was loading my quick saves just to get a screenshot, I was getting a log of 0 kilometers for it, which was a bit of a hassle because I would have 2 entries in the logit, one for the actual job and one for the reloaded profile for the screenshot. So that was a very good move. Blackbird was a reconnaissance plane, flew Mach 3. Goodness, over 75,000 feet. Is that still in service in the military? Wow. Mach 3. Our airliners only go up to 0.8. And 75,000 feet. Most planes go only up to 40,000, plus or minus. It was retired several years ago. Get crashed by a train. Goodness, not intentionally at least. You had to uninstall Logit when you wanted to take jobs to take pictures. Yeah. Me, I would just remove the Discord log. But yeah, it would still be in the Logit server. And it will be still in the website. Buttons and switches everywhere. Maybe an FS... what do you call it? The new flight simulator coming next year. Maybe someone will make it. I don't know. We'll see. What is Scotsman doing here? So that's why he was so quiet. He was hanging out here all this time. Right, let's look for a job. You have to wear a spacesuit. Is that true? Is that Mumbai busing? I guess it would make sense in a way. Oh, dang it, no jobs. Okay, we have one here. Going the wrong way. Come on. That can work, but we'll have to cheat a bit. We can do that, but we can start off in Zielona Gora, so we can finish the job. Wow, they really wore spacesuits because they were just that high up in the atmosphere already. No more oxygen left. No, or no atmosphere left. I wish now that I didn't quit the job. Alright, Sion, thanks a lot for subbing, man. Welcome to the community. Glad you made it here. Catch you next time. And enjoy your weekend. Can we get a different skin? Nothing that looks more exciting. I don't like the treat. How about this one? It's in Holland. G. van Dosburg. That one looks nice, but it's green. That one is good, but we've done that before. Could go and just get a plain gray one. A boring trailer. And I will have to cheat. So we get there. Start there. Zielona Gora. Good, good. All right, let's get going. Cheater. Ooh, that's heavy. What are we carrying anyway? 21 tons of sawdust panels. It's such an amazing thing though to imagine that a simulator can make you feel something is heavy even if you're not really in it. You know, just by the I don't know how to explain it, but that's such an amazing thing for me. Like, not being there, but having a feel of something that is heavy. That's proof that you have the physics right. That's just amazing to think of. That simulators can actually do that, even if they don't have access to what you are feeling directly. Polish trucking company. You type that out and remove all the files. Goodness. Yeah, I think that's one of those companies. That might be the biggest one. Up. Whew. That was close. You've never heard of them. Maybe you're one consonant off. Yeah. It's something that you don't normally appreciate, I guess. But when you think about it, wow, yeah, it's such a huge accomplishment. Being able to achieve that. Now how do we go around here? We can't go through that bridge, but we should have a left turn here for the moment, I think. Yeah, that's the one. Maybe this is like a temporary workaround while they're still working on that bridge. Very popular. Since a few minutes ago, I think. The company has been around. Good engine lugging sounds really help the feel of weight. That's true, yeah. When you don't have the sense of feeling, the sense of touch, you rely on the other senses. The look, the sound. And that kind of simulates the entire feel, even without actually feeling it. It's amazing how the brain works with that. It's like it compensates. Took them a while to get all that name on their shirts and trucks. We have a bridge shot winner, with a construction one at that. Speaking of Keralis, with Keralis, oh, you don't see him, but he's right there behind my face. What is up with all the Minecraft returning? Well, there is the RTX update, but I mean, before that, even before that, Minecraft is becoming a thing again. Does anyone know anything about it? Was there like a big update from Minecraft's side? Because I tried watching Keralis' video, and I used to be a huge fan of the Minecraft series he has. So nice how he built stuff and worked for stuff, and it's just an adventure. But then when I watched this new series, I mean, Keralis is great, but Minecraft, when I saw it, it's like, oh, Minecraft, it hurts my eyes. I couldn't bear it, even though it's such an amazing game. So it really taps the creative side, and it's amazing for the creative minds out there. I don't think I'm that guy, and so it just hurts my eyes when I look at it. Trying to kill his YouTube channel with all the Minecraft stuff. Goodness, I think he's gained like 30,000 subs though or something since he released that Hermitcraft series again. So a lot of people are buying it, but maybe just not us. I think it's the opposite end of the spectrum from being a simulator fan, right? Yeah, it's like, yeah, opposite end of the stick. I've not played Minecraft in a while. Me neither. And I have no plans of getting back into it. Oi, 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 oi. What the heck, that guy? It's like Filipino driving right there. Should be used to that kind of thing by now. Didn't play much stock Minecraft. Sky Factory 3, the modded ones. Kiralis could make paint drying videos for YouTube and gain subs. That's fair. Yeah, it's Kiralis. He can do anything with that. Just have a blank video, fumble around, and he would still gain subs. That's true. Yeah, when I was starting YouTube, I used to set Kiralis as my template in terms of what to do and what not to do. I quickly found out what he does usually is the wrong thing. He's not the best guide when you're starting a YouTube channel. He does so many things that are unorthodox, and if you do it when you're a nobody, it absolutely sucks and it would get you nowhere. But because he's Kiralis, he can pull anything off. He's able to make it work. He doesn't have a fixed schedule. He doesn't post videos regularly, or at least there are times when he doesn't post anything. He does anything in his own time, and it's okay if he doesn't post anything for a month. When he does post, everything just explodes, So the rules don't apply to him, basically. It's wow, that's a talent. So yeah, he's an amazing guy, but unfortunately cannot use as a template. He has magic, I don't know, YouTube magic. There we go again. Thought there was a penalty. So yeah, he's not the most hardworking guy from what I can see in terms of being a YouTuber, but he more than makes up for it with his, I don't know, innate talent or whatnot. A great voice too, yes, and personality. True. Such a great personality, yes. And enthusiasm. That's very true. So he doesn't need a perfect video, he just needs to show himself, which is every video. Such a magnetic personality, and still super down to earth. He's such a big guy now, and still just so humble. It's amazing. There is this saying, right? Absolute power corrupts absolutely. Normally when you give power to someone or fame in some form or another, it transforms them. But for Kiralis, it doesn't seem to apply at all. He's still the same guy, no matter how big he gets. It's insane. But yeah, rules don't apply to him, and it's such an amazing thing. Yeah, I must admit I haven't watched many of his recent videos though, because most of them have been Minecraft, and not really inclined to watch so much of Minecraft. What is this? It's a random event accident, looks like. It's an unintended accident. Well, all accidents should be unintended, but I guess in ETS there is such a case as an intended accident, also known as a random event. Oh, look at this, guys. Does EVR have a tie-up with Matamet, do you guys think? Or is that enabled because I have EVR mods enabled? Super cool. Thanks a lot, Thor. Thanks for staying up late, man. Oh man, yeah, it's super late for you. What time is it? 4:30? Have a good night and have a great weekend. Catch you next time, Thor. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I hope I can drop by one of your streams. But it might be not so good the time zone for me. EVR, yes, I have EVR enabled. But I'm not sure if that's because of the map, or if that billboard was because I have EVR enabled, because I've never seen his billboard anywhere else except in this map. Stick that to 60. There we go. Beautiful. Love that smooth transition. Bridge shot. We'll skip it for now. I think I've taken a similar shot with this kind of layout. So down here, 40. I don't get so much the rules of the speed. There is some kind of loose pattern, but it's still a bit subjective. But good thing they have speed limit signs for most of those legs. Why does this stall have this gate? Most of the others only have the electronic thing, where you don't even have to pass through a toll gate. Maybe this is like old school, old road. Warszawa. I don't think Warsaw is here yet, huh? It's not yet modeled in from what I've seen. Yeah, I remember those days when I was watching Minecraft, Ark Survival Evolved, and a couple of YouTubers I was watching and inspiring me, and Kiralis was one of them. And I remember there's this one particular guy, he's very big now as well, Slipgator. I think he still does Ark and those kinds of games. He's such a super hyper active guy, and he just is energetic all throughout, and he's like the hardest working guy I know. Like he makes videos every day, he like records or does things offline the entire day, grinds, gathers resources and all that stuff. Like he has such good work ethic. So that's actually who I followed, or I tried to follow when I was starting out, because that's when I realized, yeah, following Kiralis will not get me anywhere. You have to have that Kiralis factor for it to work. But yeah, Slipgator was doing it through hard work, skill, and determination. So that's one tip I would have for those who are starting out and would like to. Well, not only if you're starting out, I mean, until now I need to do that. I need to follow him more closely. His work ethic will get you places. Are we on the highway already? I think we are, on A2. Just looking for an indication that we are there. but it feels like it. Yeah, this is a new explored road. Twitch chat is quiet. Too quiet. Something's cooking. Yeah, many of the usual guys are out, I think. Are all plotting. That sounds dangerous for the next Mumbai bus. What is that? Looks like an appliance store advertisement, huh? No cooking here. That sounds very suspicious. I'm getting a notification. 1 sec. Okay. Polish coffee grinder advertisement. Oh my goodness, the coffee grinder. It's such an amazing thing. Being